Thank you, Emily. So goal-directed use of executive functions. I'm not going to do any deep dive in what executive functions are. Okay, that's not this training. I will, however, give you a quick overview of what it means to use executive functions. Okay, so this GIF file is excellent. It's from the Harvard Center of the Developing Child. It's an excellent image that represents a basic model of the functions between automatic self-regulation and intentional self-regulation. So you have these two parts, these two constructs that are working, right? The automaticity of our thinking and emotions can sometimes just let on autopilot. That gate you see, that gate represents intentionality, awareness, focus, goal-directed intention around opening that gate, accessing information, and starting to utilize executive functions in a meaningful way. Okay. Once I do that, I'm taking that information and I'm putting it out there into a goal-directed action, right? See that blue kind of move up and then exit as an action, right? This journey around helping our kids develop this awareness, develop this focus, develop this goal-directed persistence in action is a game of attention over time. It's not going to come overnight. But if we do certain things a certain way as parents, we're going to target those skill development areas with intentionality as well. And that's all we really care about for us as parents, right? Do certain things a certain way. In the next 1,000 interactions with our children, we're going to help them grow and become the best version of themselves. I want to mention the dopamine piece. I'm not going to geek out medically in this conversation, this topic. That would be I would have to defer that to someone that's more qualified. I have a doctorate, but it ain't that doctorate. So, but the notion of dopamine, or the chemical dopamine is directly correlated with focus and attention, right? So from a medical standpoint, typically we give our children medication to impact focus and attention, right? Because they might have ADHD, they might have attentional challenges that warrant certain types of medical interventions that can promote attentionality, also promote dopamine uptake into the bloodstream and into the neuroreceptors, right? So what I just want us to know that you can do your own research. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in later slides when I get into the science of increasing focus and attention. But I just want that to be known in this little attentionality kind of gate here, that part of that building that muscle too has to do with maybe the journey of strategies to increase dopamine, increase access to dopamine, and deliberate intentionality to do that. So that's just kind of important for us to understand, right? So there are three constructs in the gears of executive function that I want us to keep in mind, and they're all cognitive based in this lecture. What I mean is they're not exactly observable. I can see disorganization. I can see the symptoms of poor planning. I can see time blindness because my child is always late. However, some of these constructs are harder to observe. They're more cognitive based, working memory, inhibitory control, and cognitive flexibility. They're cognitive processes that are very important in executive functions, as an executive function when it comes to goal-directed action. And it's important to keep these in mind as we kind of go through this talk, okay?